Emilio, you can tell us who the names of tonight's first jammers are.
Yeah, that's right. And it looks like our demo jammers are back up on that line. Black Velvet is jamming for Team Unicorn, and Fisher Price will be jamming for Dubuque.
Fisher Price is out there trying to push on the outside, on the inside. Black Velvet finds herself a hole. Her lead jammer, Madison fans, Team Unicorn. Black Velvet is the lead jammer. Fisher Price able to get through the track and has made her way through the track. She's now on her scoring run. Black Velvet, on the other hand, in control through the pack and has picked up 4 points for her team, Team Unicorn. Black Velvet coming through. Fisher Price with a nifty move on the outside of turn 4. Picking up points for her team. Black Velvet manages to get back in the pack and pick up 1 additional point before she has to call off the jam. Nice move from your Dubuque bomb squad. Blocked her, stuck her out of bounds so that she had to reestablish herself on the track. What happened a little bit there, you know?
Well, that brings us to Team Unicorn in the lead. That was a really nice jam by Black Velvet out the gate there, putting Team Unicorn up 5 points to the bomb squad's 4 points.
I really have to say there was a really nifty move there on turn 4 by Fisher Price has secured 4 for her team. A 1-point lead right now. Team Unicorn looking to extend that lead right there. We've got ourselves Jocelyn Halber now out there with the lead jam. And now we just calls off the jam on her. But 4 fast points for the leaders in purple. I saw a bit of an apex jump there. What can you tell me about apex jumps?
I can tell you they're really hard to pull off, and it's really amazing when it happens. It's super duper neat to see.
It's tricky to stay up on your skates. Jocelyn, however, now managed to get the points, but then had to sell out her body in order to stay in play. She called it off from the ground.
Yeah. That's 2 lead jams in a row for Team Unicorn. Looks like 815 is going out there against number 69 for Dubuque.
Fantastic McGoss, your team captain, is making her way up to the front, but she's not a lead jammer. The lead jammer is number 69, Kiss the Concrete. Kiss the Concrete in control. Both of them are on their scoring passes now. Kiss contending with a wall of purple. On nifty move on the outside, no further fantastic McGoss. Kiss the Concrete falls off the jam. Stuck in traffic there. 4 points for the visiting team. So apparently visiting teams can pick up 4 points, correct?
That's true, they can. Team Unicorn has been on a scoring run, taking lead jam almost every time out there. That was the first time of the night that the bomb squad got lead.
Well,
we'll see if they can do it again with Fisher Price out there jamming.
Well, it looks like Fisher's first through. Fisher is your lead jammer. Fisher Price looking for an opportunity to pick up some big points now. She passes the other team's jammer. Looks like she's on a lap. She's through the pack. Fisher Price in the grand slam and cuts off. Falls off the jam. How does the grand slam work in roller derby?
Well, a grand slam is when you lap the other jammer and you pick up 5 points instead of the 4 for the other blockers in the pack. So every person on the track is worth 1 point. Therefore, if you pass all the blockers and the jammer, that's when you get a grand slam, and that means we're going to Denny's.
Fantastic. I always enjoy myself some pancakes and bacon. Grand slams are awesome. We'll call them really loudly when they happen because they are rare and they usually mean that that team has a very big advantage. Right now, a narrow lead for Team Unicorn, but the bomb squad has been roaring back. Unfortunately for them, Team Unicorn, number 5150, Dessert Lady, has the lead jam and is in control.
5150 is the police code for an insane person.
And also a very good Van Halen album. A grand slam for Team Unicorn there, and she's back at it again looking for more points and she finds them. That's 2, count them 2. back in front of the blocker who knocked her out. Right now we got ourselves a power jam scenario. 5150 is trying to put an early knife into the heart of Dubuque. 5150 hits the deck, and I hear whistles out there. 5150 moving back and forth like a maniac. And unfortunately, lost spots. The Jenny in, hitting the bench. One descended for a really easy forearm there.
Berserk Lee called it off right as Fisher Price got out of the box, so that means that both jammers will be on the track at the start of this next jam. Looks like Tenacious D is going up against Kiss the Concrete, number 69.
Well, that last jam was a pretty strong move for Team Unicorn. Credits assert some early dominance for their team, taking a 22-point lead right there.
Yeah, that was a 20-point jam for Berserk Lee. That's pretty impressive.
Well, the Team Unicorns has again taking advantage of a 4-on-2 blocker scenario in the lead jammers Tenacious D. And Tenacious D is through the pack, and it got a grand slam. As I see another penalty being called on Kiss the Concrete. Did you catch the penalty there for that? Really?
I did not catch the penalty, unfortunately. That was a cut. It was a trick cut from the Fisher Price. Thank you, Ref.
Mr. 1-2 on top of it. And Team Unicorn trying to establish their dominance. Poking holes in the defense with their Singleton horn. That is an enormous number of grand slams to be calling. Madison fans, make some noise. Tenacious D getting it done for you out there.
That was another 20-point jam for Team Unicorn, taking a big lead early on in the game.
Penalties can be huge. Jammers are only out for 30 seconds in their penalties, but boy, those 30 seconds go by really fast. When you've got a team playing as good defense as this Team Unicorn is good. What are some of the things you're seeing out there today for as far as the blocking schemes are concerned? Where is Team Unicorn on the head right now?
Boy, Team Unicorn is doing some really great positional blocking from that outside every time they have a power jam. Black Velvet out there, and Fisher Price just released from the box. Fisher Price breaks through the pack on her initial pass through.
That's right. Black Velvet though still in control of the jam, picking up 4 fast ones. Follows the benches and flies and calls off the jam. Good work there. One of the reasons people will come off the jam while there's still opportunity to escape. I bet there's a few reasons to call off the jam.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons to call off the jam. One is that maybe the jammer's in the box and you want to start the next jam with a power jam. Another might be if you have a lot more points and the jammer is hot on your tail, you might want to call it quick.
Well, that's the case that last jam. There was 4 points up on the board for the Team Unicorn. And then the other team, the Dubuque jammer approaching the scoring round. So we got Team Unicorn in control again, another lead jam. This time it is Lunatic.
It looks like a high blocker is just assessed to 13:31 to get the game.
Lunatic muscles her way through the front of the pack. Lunatic with a grand slam for Team Unicorn.
Tipsy Velvet had a nice play there, knocking the Dubuque jammer out and running her back.
Fisher Price for the pack. Lunatic had enough. Another 4 for her team. And F22 falls off the jam like a jet fighter would. I think jet fighters fall off the jam. I don't know. I assume that they lie. Who knows? Maybe they play roller with in the sky. I don't know. I'd like to see that.
I would too. That'd be fun.
That'd be sweet. All right, so who got on the jam line now?
Up on the jam line, we have Girl Friday, number 6 by 9, going up against Jilly Pepper.
Girl Friday very well could be a reference to the fantastic movie, His Girl Friday. featuring a young Catherine Hunter and Carrie Grant. Fantastic film. Girl Friday is through the line. Lickety split, there she goes, lead jammer for Team Unicorn. Girl Friday takes a shoulder and hits the deck really hard. Meanwhile, number 11, Chili Pepper struggling for the bomb spot against through. 4-4-4 gets called off for a forearm. And we got ourselves 4 points up on the board. But it looks like Chili Pepper's hot on her tail. And so, after 4 points for Girl Friday, she had to call off the gym. Nice work by Chili Pepper, stepping by a bit.
Chili Pepper raced right up to her, forcing that call off as she was about to pass her on the track. Girl Friday made a really smart call, calling it off at that point to ensure that Dubuque had 0 points for that jam that she had 4 points.
At the very least, when you see somebody on the tail, a lot of times it's called off and trying to get their position. Team Unicorn wanted to take advantage of their strong blocking position, and they are.
Now Fisher Price broke through the pack first. However, she got sucked back in. So therefore, once she got out, she saw that the other jammer had beat her all around to the back of the pack, and she quick called it off before that jammer from Team Unicorn could get any points. So the jam ended 0-0.
That's defense, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to raise our cup and toast our friends. Defense, 0-0 jam. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your glass.
Looks like up on the line we have Black Velvet going up against Kiss the Concrete. Once again, a little jammer on jammer action off the line, but Black Velvet breaks away to the outside and zips on through the end to take the lead jammer status.
Black Velvet, silky smooth through the front of the pack. Nice moving there. Good muscles through the front of the pack. Good effort shown all the way through. Black Velvet all the way back around the pack. A lot of speed. And Black Velvet picking up a grand slam for her team in purple.
Looks like Call of the Wild is going to the box for a forearm penalty. Two in the box. We got 2 in the penalty box there for Team Unicorn. 1 for the Dubuque Bomb Squad, so the Dubuque Bomb Squad has an advantage.
Kiss the Concrete made her way through the pack. Black Velvet just kind of watched for her to get back around to it and called off the jam.
It's so cool to see such versatile jamming. We've already seen a lot of jammers out on the track from both teams. It looks like the roller derby as a sport has been changing with a lot more jammers.
Well, it looks like it's Black Velvet's sister Tipsy out there on the line. I can see the big representatives there. Tipsy Velvet out there on the line for Team Unicorn. Battling others.
Tipsy Velvet takes lead jammer status out there on a power jam.
The battle of Tipsy Velvet right through here. And you find her on the track no matter where she goes, because that blue hair stands out. A grand slam for Tipsy Velvet. And right now, the playing defense with their jammer in the box. Tipsy has a power jam scenario. Nice defense there. There's a lot of blocking, a lot of hitting. We've got some bridge work going on here. Ready to pin you up. And Blue Kitty trying to make sure that there's as much blocking going on as possible. Tipsy Velvet coming through turn 4. Number 11 get knocked out of bounds for the big bomber squad. Chili Pepper finding it hard to get past this little circle. Tipsy Velvet, another grand slam. Now Tipsy's being captured. Good recycling going on there though by the green team there as they move from back to front. Tipsy Velvet though has cleared her way through. And another 4 points put up on the board for Team Unicorn. Chili Pepper still trying to find her way through this line of almost unbreakable purple.
there for passing the jammer, which means if she busts out, that'll be a grand slam. 5 points for Team Unicorn. Really had a real tough time passing those Madison blockers.
Madison has been one of the premier leagues in all of it. I know that they've had national championships go through that city before. They've been regional championships and regional competitors for a long time.
Yeah, many of these, this is the home teams from Madison, and so a lot of these girls play on the Mad Rolling Dolls, who are their nationally ranked team.
Yeah, I mean they had 3 or 4 different home teams there in Madison that represented 2 different traveling teams, and I believe this is Team Unicorn is one of their multiple traveling teams for Madison. A lot of them working very, very hard to get onto that national ranked team. Right now, though, Dubuque taking advantage. Fisher Price is your lead jammer. Fisher Price working hard.
Rachel Masters was jamming there for Team Unicorn.
2 points, though, picked up for Dubuque. She calls off the jam. The first points for a little while for the team. But I know that that's one of the things you got to do. You got to start somewhere. It's good place to start. Picking up 2 fast points here.
And you got to celebrate those little moments. Those are 2 huge points for Dubuque. Put your hands together, guys.
Getting started again.
Hopefully that's the start of a scoring run for them to catch them back up to Team Unicorn.
You did start to swing down the first point back up. So Team Unicorn, they have to get on the track again.
We were really stopping that Dubuque Farm Squad pack way back there.
Kiss the Concrete is your lead jammer that you plays.
If you're a Dubuque fan, having a lead jammer is a really good thing right now. That's 4 big roller points.
4 big points. But they are now 6 points well and scored by your home team. Dubuque putting up the last 6 points here, trying to get back up on the board and push towards taking a bite out of that lead and from Team Unicorn.
I think that's the first jam of the game they've held them completely scoreless.
Second.
Or second, you're right. Yep.
So we're looking around the back. 50 up there against number 19. Fisher Price up there for Dubuque. Fisher Price through the top, but not the lead jammer. Lead jammer 51-50. That is Team Unicorn's berserk lead.
Smart call on the Berserk Lee's part.
We've got ourselves another defense jam. Raise the glass, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy good quality roller derby defense.
But Kiss the Concrete is going up against number F22, Luna Trick.
Kiss the Concrete had a pretty good success the last jam out. Luna Trick knocked that out. Luna Trick getting called off the track for an illegal track fight. Ladies and gentlemen, Bomb Squad fans, the Bomb Squad has a power jam.
This is an opportunity for the Dubuque Bomb Squad to get back a lot of points if they play together.
If you get the other jammer on the track right now, if you're the jammer on the track, she's the only person that can score points.
Smart move by the Jaggedy and stopping Christy Velvet from flying back and drawing her jammer back to the back of the pack.
Every time you knock the jammer out above, your opponent's jammer out above, you can string them along. You can get them turn backwards and get through the pack. But 69 for your green team. Bomb squad, 50 pound calls off the jam there. Picking up 1 point, it looks like. And again, holding Team Unicorn scoreless in last jam. Putting together a little bit of a streak here so far, Bomb Squad fans.
Out on the line, we have Black Velvet once again going up against Fisher Price.
Black Velvet has shown a lot of athleticism already tonight. She's become lead jammer twice. And it looks like she's pushing again for the opportunity to do it again. Fast out of the gate she goes. Her lead jammer is Black Velvet.
She is really tenacious, staying shallow and just jumping up and around those blockers as they come in for her. Oh, but an illegal track cut being assessed to Black Velvet, which means a power jam for the Dubuque Bomb Squad.
And the Bomb Squad gets their jamming through. We've got ourselves a power jam, and the Bomb Squads are on it.
That's a full box for Madison, giving a really great opportunity to Fisher Price to pick up some big roller derby points.
Fisher Price finding herself somebody to follow, picks up a grand slam to the new bag. Black Velvet returning to the track. Fisher Price trying to hit it, put it in dodge, another grand slam. Black Velvet gets sneaky, gets 4. But we'll take it. Bomb Squad still very, very powerful these last few games.
That was 10 points for the Dubuque Bomb Squad. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Fisher Price. He's the high scorer of this game so far. For the Dubuque Bomb Squad. Jocelyn Helber now out there against the Jaggedy again, wearing the star for the first time tonight.
Well, we got ourselves a lead jam, and that is Jocelyn Helber now. Jocelyn Helber now in control of this jam.
The Jaggedy man has been on fire blocking tonight. We'll see what she can do. Man.
Well, looks like we've got ourselves 2 quick points and called it off by Jocelyn Helber now. A good play though there by your home team Bomb Squad blockers there, knocking her inside in the track. Track cutting can happen from either inside or outside, so if you can knock your opponent's jammer out of bounds at any time, you're doing them a very, very good disservice. I think we go jamming the best time possible. We can have track and get caught on. Who do you got jamming now?
Team captain for Team Unicorn, number 5 Fox, Fantastic Nicholson.
She is your lead jammer.
She's your lead jammer up against Jilly Pepper from the Dubuque Bomb Squad.
Fantastic Nicholson, showing you just why she's the captain. Like Jonathan Diggs out there, picking up 5 fast points. And another 5. That's 2 great plays. Partially negating the power jam that they had to overcome. Fantastic. Nice work though by blockers in green. And take out block by the green team captain, that's Reagan Lunatic. Fantastic Nicholson still in control, finding her way around some stairs.
Jilly Pepper threw on her first scoring pass, 4 big points for the Duke.
Fantastic, added off of that. She's called it off. Not before scoring an additional 2 points. That's, I believe, 17 for that. That was a 17-point game.
Yeah, Madison did a really nice job of holding that jammer on the outside and knocking her out or knocking her in and running her back consistently. Now in roller derby, you have to go in, but you cannot better your position when you come in from out of bounds. So if you get knocked out of bounds, it's like cutting in line. You can't cut in front of the person, or you can't cut in front of any people who are ahead of you when you run out of bounds. So you'll see people knock out girls and then run them back.
There's a lot of use in the out of bounds boundary line in the area right now. One of the most frequently called penalties in roller derby is the legal track cut. That's exactly what happens when you heard. Right now, Tenacious D on the line. She is your lead jammer for Team Unicorn. Number 19 out there, Fisher Price with a bomb squad. Fisher Price on her scoring run. And through, it's like 4 points for each of them. Tenacious D is a lead, but no points. 3:33 left to Hill. And it's sent to the standing. Unfortunately for Dubuque, they're also sent to the naughty chairs. So you're going to see a flip-flop. Fisher Price sits down, and our other penalized jammer gets up and continues on the track.
Fisher Price is taking her time going to that penalty box.
And up and away it goes. The Team Unicorn jammer. Fisher Price only has to sit there for as long as the Team Unicorn jammer got there. The next team back out of track and scoring points. There she goes. There's a 5 in the air. That is a grand slam for Team Unicorn.
That's a good point. Typically, you sit in the penalty box for 30 seconds, but if both jammers go to the box, they have to serve an equal amount of time that the other jammer serves.
Well, Tenacious D knocked out of bounds, and some smart moving there by number 6 that continue up to make her escape that much further back to get back on the track. So finally they come off the jam, another 3 points up there on the board for the Legion Purple. We're rapidly approaching the halftime here at courtside. I want to remind you at the halftime we're going to do a little presentation for our local charity. And also, kudos, we're doing it. We're so grateful to them for that, as well as our friends from Nextmart, Radio Dubuque, the Rock 97.3, Dr. Abby Help from Within. I'm Frank Peter at the Holiday Inn Express.
Looks like Girl Friday got on that line going up against Julie Pepper. Girl Friday takes lead and throws that unicorn horn right on her head as she does so.
They're certainly poking holes in this defense. Wow, I think she just speared her with the horn on the top of her head.
Looks like Krista Concrete was called off on a penalty, but then was told to return to the track because they reassessed and did not give her the penalty. And in fact, they gave the penalty to Girl Friday, who will now be sitting, giving Dubuque a power jam.
Dubuque on the power jam. That means number 11 needs your help. Ladies and gentlemen, cheer for some There's been an awful lot of aggression here on the track tonight. I've seen more forearm calls than anywhere I've ever seen roller in play. Awful lot of shoving, pushing, and hitting with the front of your body. There are safe attack zones and danger zones. You can hit with your shoulders, you can hit with your hips. You can't push.
Yeah, Girl Friday is hot out of that box. Flew through and got trapped up a little bit by the Dubuque Fine Squad, but really shoved away on that outside line.
Jelly Pepper on the scoring run once again. Nice move from Black Velvet to knock her out of bounds. Black Velvet playing two ways very, very well, both on the jamming and blocking lines. Taking advantage is Team Unicorn with the grand slam there for their team. Girl Friday couldn't find up on the wall.
Julie Pepper knocked far out of bounds there, hopped right back in.
Hey, it looks like we got ourselves a 2-minute clock that has come to an end. That's right, we have ourselves an endurance jam. When no one calls off the jam, each jam can only last for 2 total minutes. And then we let other people skate because we like to take turns here at roller derby. That's right, kids. Taking turns, very important. Also, if you're not you said you need to time out shit. That's how that works. Learn your lessons, teach them well, and you'll be ready for roller derby someday. All right, who got on the line there for us, Jim, for this might be the last game of the night?
Looks like we have the Jagged Hand going up against Buddha Ribbons. Buddha Ribbons takes the lead jammer status.
Buddha Ribbons might have some cheeseheads out there in the audience cheering for her.
Put your hands together if you like Buddha cheese.
Well, she's certainly making Swiss cheese out of on-spot blocking. Here she comes to say, hello, how are you?
It's a beautiful impact jump that she didn't land, but she still landed anyhow, which means she will get, oh, never mind. She must have dragged her foot on that apex jump, sending her to the penalty box.
Well, we've got ourselves two ladies going to the penalty box, so we're going to have ourselves a stop and go penalty for both jammers. Because there's no point in blocking for anybody if there's no jammers on the track. And now we've got ourselves a very short power jam.
That power jam quickly ended as the Jagged, as Buddha Ribbons sailed through the inside line out of the box.
Picking up forward with Jagged Hand, still having trouble getting around Tipsy. Huge block there as Buddha Ribbons came over to say hello.
The Jagged Hand was getting beat up at the back of that last pack, but then she just paused, waited a few seconds, waited a second for them to move out of the way, and then found her hole and slipped through it. Really smart game.
Sometimes you gotta pull back and just not go beyond opportunity.
That's right. Yeah, sometimes,
We've been calling both Black Velvet and Fisher Price and Janice quite a bit here tonight so far. Black Velvet finds her hole and slips on through it. Two people between slip sheets. Black Velvet will lead Janice.
Black Velvet is so quick on her feet and just really can tell where that inside and outside line is.
She's doing a really great long stride, I've noticed. It has a lot of speed to her as she comes in the pack.
Fisher Price is headed to the penalty box on a track cut.
And a grand slam starting off the second half. Really strong for Team Unicorn. Team Unicorn using a sidewall strategy to try and open up for their jammer, and it works really well.
The Jagged Hand takes her out the full 20 feet at the top of that pack. Really stuck with her. She did a really nice job blocking at the front there.
One of the things I'm noticing about these visitors here from Madison is they're really great with the strategic blocking. They're finding their teams and the people they need to block, opening holes and building walls at the same time. And that's affecting those knockouts, those out-of-bound knocks for their team.
They've got that really strong square defense too, where they build a square and then they waterfall those jammers out of bounds. But it looks like Fisher Price is through on her initial pass.
Make the hole for her! Help her out! Let it go!
And
to the four blockers, plus one for the jammer to lap.
And how can you tell after each pass that points have been scored?
Whenever you see the referee raise his hands and wave that full 5 fingers back and forth, that's him telling the scores and us. just how many points have been scored. So that's fantastic out there, referee. Moving on to the jammer line here to start the jam number 3.
Looks like it's Bustin' Hell Burnell going up against Julie Pepper. Julie Pepper knocked to the inside. That is Madison Blockers.
Madison is really doing a good job of blocking out the middle. And picking up another 2 for the bomb squad. Nice maneuvering there. Good teamwork there for the blockers in green. I'm seeing a lot of clogging up of the center when it comes right down to it. That way they can take advantage of those out of bounds. Both teams do a really good job of that.
Up right on the line now, we got Fisher Price going up against Berserker Lee.
Fisher Price starting out her move. Berserker Lee. Berserk Lee is early jammer, Madison fans.
Help her out!
Berserk Lee, the first standout scene tonight, who happens to also be an Edward, picks up a grand slam.
That's 5 points.
Keep going!
For Team Unicorn.
Lolly, get your adverbs here. Team Unicorn using Girl Friday to knock down that wall. Berserk Lee picks up 4 and calls off the jam before Fisher Price hit the wall hard. Nice work again, good strategy there by the visitors' purple. Don't forget to join us tonight at the Active Out Party. We're going to be going right through those doors there and on to the other side. We'll be hanging out and enjoying tasty and delicious beverages, foodstuffs, and each other's company. We hope you can join us. I know I hope you can join us.
This is a new jammer for the Dubuque team. Dirty Shirley up on the line. Going up against Luna Trick, number up 22 for Team Unicorn. Shirley Paul on a track cut sends her to the box, giving a power jam to Team Unicorn. Team Unicorn just rushed the Dubuque bomb squad from that outside, opening a big old lane for their jammer to get through.
Doing the trick, picked up 10 minutes on that Dubuque penalty right there. Dubuque here back on the track though.
Push her off the track!
Dirty Shirley knocked to that inside, ran back.
Another trick picks up 4 more, calls off the jam smartly. Once again, really, really strong defense put on a show there by Team Unicorn. One of the things about Derby that's changed over the years, and I noticed, is that it used to be that the best skaters were typically put in jammer positions because they were the fastest on the track. Now I'm seeing more and more very, very solid skaters sent to the middle lead block, and you can support by holding yourself up right there too.
Absolutely, you're seeing a lot more, not so much on this game, but in roller derby in general, you're seeing a lot of star passes.
football. They kind of control the weekend and call out the play. Right now the pivot for your back squad is sitting in the body. Takes the timeout. Gets it confident. Let's go over Sheet K to try and get through this wall of curveball. Gets the concrete, just pushing the wall along. And now it looks like the Beach getting some help here. Look at the dudes on the power jam. Gets the concrete, driven out of bounds. And passes it out of place here.
Come on, go!
Awesome work by these girls. These women who are continuously moving the blocking wall. We call it circulating roller, continuously helping themselves knock their opponents out of bounds. Really causing a lot of fatigue on Mr. Concrete.
Go!
Meanwhile, team captain has returned to the track for uniform.
Oh, big hit by a high five.
High five through the inside line. Nice deep there. Taking him down the whole time.
Yeah, you can tell why she's the captain of the team uniform because she went in and there was a blocker coming straight for her. She knocked her down and breezed right through to pick up those points.
That brings us back to this idea of a two-way player. Somebody who's really good at blocking and defense, but who can also come in as a jammer and really bring some energy to their team.
Yeah, there is so much versatility on both these teams. You're seeing a lot of jammers block and a lot of blockers jam and a lot of different lineups for jamming. This really shows the well-roundedness.
Well, we better still the blocker who was up for jamming. exhausted, calls off the jam, and Iowa Ford picking up 13 points for her sisters in green.
Was that our first start match?
I do believe so. So, stars, the helmet, the jammer designation can move from the starting jammer to only one other person on the track. Who's that other person on the track that can become the jammer?
That would be the pivot, the skater with the stripe on her helmet.
The racing stripe is there because she has a few t-shirts in order to head club that she's the smart one.
But Janet Ann out there against Tenacious D. Tenacious D out front, taking lead there on for 2 years.
Tenacious D, 4 fast points there. She'll get 2 weeks for that. Janet Ann coming in low.
Knock her down!
Janet going inside, then outside. The Tenacious D takes advantage of all the distraction. Tenacious D, another 4 points. I take it back at that last slam. Tenacious D. We got us like 3 points. We get an out of lane skater that she has. For Janet Ann, we got 3 for her team. And the whistles are blown. Back to the jam there. Lots of back and forth, plenty of scoring, but finally, jam called off.
That was some amazing blocking up front there by Tiffany Velvet. She was on fire. I got to see her play this weekend, or this last weekend at the Milwaukee Brouhaha.
Brouhaha, a huge regional tournament involving dozens of teams from throughout the United States, taking place every year in Milwaukee.
Black Velvet shoots out of the back of that pack.
Knock her over!
While Fisher Price struggles to get through. Fisher Price
Are you ready to play?
on the way on that outside, zipping to the rim, but it's to
Black Velvet taking advantage of little independence. Finds herself a hole on the inside. She takes advantage of it. Scores on the track tonight. Been really impressive out there on the wheels as she scores her second scoring run right there. Hey, grand slam, that's 9 points to the bottom for her. Oh, number 11 slam. Black Velvet with the illegal jack shot. Velvet sent to the nodding chair. Oh, Fisher Price though, on the back. Power jam for green.
Fisher is the better jam for the new box spot, and I'm happy right now that they have the power jam.
Fisher Price in control. They only have the extra points. Fisher Price takes it up real fast. Her team's trying to punch holes like that. Meanwhile, they need a call. They're on the block this time. Fisher Price was by. Black Velvet through. Velvet with the stop and go move across the track right there. What a move right there for Black Velvet. 4 fast points.
Yeah, Black Velvet was leading out the gate, and then she got called off to the penalty box, so that means that jam had the last. The only difference right there, but as soon as that whistle blows, they were back in position. All right. And they're off. 57 carries are in the unicorn. Lily Pepper knocks the outside.
Our lead jammer, Who we got up next from the
Right up on the line, we have the Jacket Ann going up against Call of the Wild. Call of the Wild stealing around that inside outside as it pushes their way through on the end to get elite jammer status for Team Unicorn.
All in a while, sport the unicorn horn really well. Get through that back. Going good hard on the inside though.
Run her over. Yeah! Inside!
Madison defense.
They're just sink together, they're working so hard. Black Velvet just being the one that hit hardest. Something on a chair. Right now, it's a 4-on-2 advantage for Vermonters. You're taking it in good.
Hard action, Dirty Shirley heading to the penalty box as well.
Colin Wild finds an open hole on the inside line, gets through the pack.
Watch the inside!
For the Dubuque right now, looking at 3 blockers on the track. The Team Unicorn's 2 blockers.
Well, they did. We got ourselves another penalty call. We
Yep.
got ourselves a grand slam though for Colin Wild.
Block!
Yeah, Ginger snap into that penalty box.
Colin Wild is making the most of this really, really open cage. She's just taking her time, finds her hole, goes right through it. Colin Wild with double grand slam. Really nice work going on there by Team Unicorn.
Yeah, good luck, good luck!
Raven Lunatic headed to the box there for Dubuque, leaving only 2 Dubuque blockers on the track for a full complement of blockers from Team Unicorn.
Colin Wild now is really pushing that to do it. She wants to put the last dagger into the heart of this Dubuque team. The 2 minutes closes down. Colin Wild gets both off point as this point. Dubuque picks up 3 on that jam, which the Jacket Ann looks like she just got hit by every truck in town. Who I got a question? Does this game actually end in 7 minutes or does it go a little bit longer? Because as my memory correct, I think the jammer calls off the last jam of the round. Is that correct? Is that correct? So, even if the clock ticks down all the way to 0, the jammer stays in control. How long will it go?
That's right, the jammers are in control until the penalty flag. Let's put the jam tight.
Well, we got ourselves a lead jammer.
Blue ribbons.
Blue ribbons.
She's out there jamming against blockers came out of the box, opened a big old hole on that inside line, and the jammer who had just come out of the box sailed right through it. Really, really smart offensive move.
That shows good communication with those two sitting on the bench there to figure out we're coming up before I am. So, yes, sir, kiddos. I don't know, hoping up there for you.
That Fisher Boys up top there.
Taking a 6-4 advantage on that last jam. Couple of extra games here in a row for your home team.
Billy Pepper went out on the line. I think it's smart.
And anyone who doesn't dance gets catches in another goal. Well, we've got a simple little 50 situation for the back to find out the on the inside. Good one to go down. Two skippers left to do.
What's it all about?
Smart pass. Out of the trouble. Lost the back and over on this side. That's the whole back. The camera purple. The cheese. Smart pass is really good.
There's some really strong communication happening on both sides of the track here. You can just see these blockers glance at each other and they know what to do.
Well, I know that they use a lot of signals and a lot of signs to give people instructions out of box. But the jam comes to conclusion after a grand slam picked up by the visitors in purple. Smart action, a nice grand slam there. Ladies and gentlemen, these skaters have been out there on the track for 57 minutes on their wheels the whole time, bouncing off of one another. I'm going to ask every one of you out there in the chairs to try standing up for the last few jams of the night. If you've had fun here at Roller Derby, get off the bus, get on your feet, and cheer on with the two teams for making tonight's event a fun one. Show your signs, dirty man.
Jammer says heading to Team Unicorn.
And right now, the bottom spots, Jim is getting a lot better. We've got ourselves just a little over 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, get out the seats. Let these girls know you're keeping it. The picking you up 15 points and picking up 4 points for her team.
And that is a power jam for Ellie picking you up.
Maddie picking you up on the power jam for her team.
And picking you up, big roller derby points to close us out.
Grand slam leg for her team. Looking for an opportunity to get past these last two skaters. You're way out in front of the pack.
Out of play penalty called on all of the Wild.
Benny picking you up, calls off the jam just as the purple jammer returns to his back row Friday. Another grand slam though for her team at 15 points.